So this is Eggroll Katarina. He's master tier. Apparently gets super fed this game, but we'll see. We'll see what exactly we could analyze. So he goes Dark Seal first. One thing I don't like is I actually don't like the biscuits. I think Assassin's better, especially because who are you up against? You're up against Vel'koz. I think you might be able to all in a Vel'koz if you dodge the E. You also have flat health, so you're looking for that early game pressure. But I can see why you got biscuits, because I mean it gives you more health. With Dark Seal, it heals a lot more, and you could just poke him down with the Q max. So I guess that's pretty good too. But I think you should get used to using Assassin. I think Assassin's a lot more valuable in like more aspects of the game. I think just building biscuits early, just having biscuits early that's like the best part about it. But later on in the game, you're not going to need it. I think Assassin's better throughout the whole entire game rather than just in the laning phase, which is where Biscuit stands out. See ya, Vic. Thanks for stopping by. Sorry I could only stay for like 30 minutes, but anyway. Let's see how this game goes. Vel'koz, he goes Doran's Ring. Let's see, does he have MR? He has no MR, so should focus on poking him out with Q. Because he starts Q first, because normally Vel'koz starts Q first, maybe you want to hug your wave a little bit more here. Like when Vel'koz shoots out his Q over here, maybe you could walk towards the minions so that maybe the minions could block it for you. If he decides to shoot it, like undershoot it. Okay, it's fine. It's fine that you're taking damage because you have MR and you have Dark Seal and you have Biscuits, so it's okay if you take some damage. So that's good. Good to play up and play aggressive. Because a lot of Katarinas, they just don't like getting hit at all. But like, it's good to take hits because you're tankier than you think, especially if you have the runes. And like, you're just poking out Vel'koz because he has no MR and whatnot, so laning phase is going pretty good right now. Okay, let's see. Alright. I was just about to say, around the 3-minute mark, that's when they can potentially gank mid. And around like 3:30, that's when they set up for like the top gank. That's when their full clear is finished, so you keep that in mind. At 3 minutes, you can get ganked mid. At 3:50, you can 3:30, you could just expect them to finish their both buffs. So also expect the gank then as well. All right, let me see that. Let me see where you got poked there. Okay, I don't know why he stopped there. I mean, that must have been some kind of issue. I know that probably wasn't intended. But you know, once you see that knock up, you gotta, if you walk up close to him, you gotta expect a knock up. Either jump on him or jump away. That's reflex at that point. But I mean, just the fact he stopped, it seems like that was unintentional. Nice poke. Okay, let's see how much money you have. 600. You can't really buy much. Yeah, so I would just stay in lane. Let's see bottom lane, top lane. Yeah, no one's really gankable either. You have double trinket? I'm not sure if... No, you probably don't have one. But yeah, good dodge. I like what you're doing, where like you walk up and Q and you use Shumpo to get out. A lot of people use Shumpo to try to get in and poke, but it's good to apply pressure by walking up. Like a lot of people don't expect like when Katarina just walks up too close because they don't see it as an option. But like a Katarina with some like enough game knowledge, they'll know how to just walk up and just proc Q or W or whatever. Okay. I mean, his E is on cooldown, so you can get aggressive. There you go. Wow, it's on a really long cooldown, actually. Nothing's really happening. Both your lanes are being pushed in, so just know that they may be susceptible to ganks. The enemy laners. Vel'koz is Mia. Looks like he backed. Yeah. So then, if you don't see Vel'koz, you just farm. Yeah, you just push the wave, let the minions get hit by the tower, and then you back. So let's see. What's the 1100? Hopefully you don't buy Xerxes. What do you buy? Wisp. Okay, that's good. Wisp is fine. If you waited a little bit more, maybe. Oh, Sivir flash. Is Sivir dead? Yeah, Sivir's dead. Kha'Zix. Okay, let's see what Vel'koz has. Vel'koz has an Aether Wisp as well. You can actually like if he like misuses any ability, you can actually punish him super hard. He has no MR. You could even like go up to him and just force him to use Z, dodge it, and also just try to all in him there. Honestly, you just want to get rid of his knockup so that you can channel full ulti. Get the poke. So nothing's really much going on right now. It seems like it's just a farm fest. I don't know if you have any charges right now. I think you do have some charges, but I really haven't seen you ward at all. You probably might have want to ward bottom side, especially when Dragon's like up and Kha'Zix had like a roam down bottom. So maybe you'd wanna see that, you know, they're doing Dragon. You have to kind of see it coming. If you have two trinkets, you should always be placing one and just holding one. Oh, you also got boots.
Welcome to the rice fields, motherfucker!
Okay. Oh, you forced him to use his Z? Okay. Probably wouldn't have been able to all in him there. Actually, there was a chance that you might have. Like, this is one way to do it. I don't think this is like super easy to pull off either. But if you really wanted to, okay, so you saw him use his Q. So you go in.
Welcome to the rice fields, motherfucker!
You see how he has to walk up for those back lane minions. So then he's right next to his minions, so it allows you to jump in. So that's good that you jumped in. You proc. If you know he's trying to E you here, right? If you didn't decide to walk back and you just kept pursuing, and he shot his thing here, you could have. Let's say you were right here, right? And you had the reflex to flash. You should have flashed right here, flash over it, and just ignite ulti. Because then he would either have to flash this way, which is a little awkward, or he would try to flash here, but you already cut off his path to his tower, so he's not going to be super safe either. That would have gotten you possibly a kill, or at least a lot more damage. But those are hard things to like kind of keep in track. keep in mind, for sure. But I think it was definitely possible because of how low he was. Like, he has no MR or anything. Okay, let me see this. Okay, so Vel'koz decides to back. I think if you know Vel'koz is backing, you shouldn't W the wave. I think you should just save it for the all-in here. Because without that W, there was a chance that you might have gotten hit by the E because you didn't burst him fast enough, so keep that in mind too. Just if you think they're recalling and you could go for that flash kill, don't use your skills on the wave. Cause that 4 seconds on the W or like what, like a 10 seconds, 8 seconds on the Q, like those are very crucial. I don't know, how much money did you have? Alright, you have 1280, so you bought Needless straight up. Okay, that's good. Let's see what's going on here. I'm not sure, like, I guess it doesn't really show you how much wards you have. But I still haven't seen you place a ward. Like, you should be placing wards. Alright, you pushed this wave, right? Alright, roam bot. Okay, that's good. It's good roam. Pretty sure you're gonna kill them all. Okay, so you should be running down this way. Okay, here I can already see. Shunpo ward, WQ onto the Kha'Zix. That works too. Nice job. Let's see that again. I also need to see your skill rotations. So you Shunpo, I think you Q first. Oh, no, you W. And then auto, and then you Shunpo Q ulti. And then you Shunpo right out. Okay, hell's clean. I was just seeing if you can rotate any better, or if you use your skills like perfectly. And there's really no perfect way to use that as long as you clean up. But I think that was pretty solid. Oh. I think one thing I would have done here. Let me see that again real quick. Okay, never mind. That was fine. I guess it's different because like usually I'm XW. And I was just wondering, I was just making sure you got that auto off to proc that red. But usually like after you Shunpo, you automatically get the auto off anyway. Let's see. He has no flash. You can definitely play super aggressive on this guy. You could even zone him out, honestly. Like, because your wave's pushing right now, you probably want to just push it out and reset the wave. Good job. Good poke. Sadly, you couldn't get that W off. Alright, let's see. Yeah, Shunpo up again. He also has the up again. Okay, well, cooldown's pretty similar. Alright. Let's see, Dragon? Is Dragon almost up? No. But you should push this wave and just immediately go down, since there's shit going on bottom. You should be going bottom right now. Okay. Okay, no, here. Okay, no, it definitely has wards, so you can't really do that. Okay, it's fine if you like roam and like. Okay, wait, okay, is something happening? Something happening? Bard. But let me see how that was played out. Okay, so Echo throws out his stun. You know Vel'koz is coming from behind too. So you see, you're gonna see the circle. Okay, so you dodge it. Let's see what's your skills right now. It's good that you did an ulti. It's good that you're just poking out Echo. You might have wanted to jump in as soon as you saw the ulti go off, because there's a lot of time to channel your Shunpo when Bard throws out his ulti, even though he's super close. If you can really react to it, that is. Maybe you'd want to jump on Bard right afterwards. But Echo has ulti, so you don't really want to jump on him. And then Bard gets super close, trying to stun. But then he goes right next to the Rex sign, he dies. Because he gets instantly knocked up. And then he fucks up his flash. That's the end of that. Okay, that's good. It's good to just like be there for your team, especially if there's a teleport or some kind of skirmish. You gotta make sure you're there. That's 100%. And you were there, so you picked up like, I don't know if you got a kill off that, but no, it doesn't seem like you did. Okay, you should be going back here. Yeah. Pushing the wave. The wave's gonna reset. Vel'koz, you know he backed, so just back, get your items. Let's see, you have 2100, so you're definitely gonna get Ludens and Sorkshi's. I'm not sure about the Medjai's buy. Like, yeah, you probably are gonna get fed. Okay, yeah, God bless. Got the Ludens and the Sorks. You should buy a push. Oh, you should buy a ward, dude. You have 75. You had 75 gold exactly. You should buy a ward and use these 2 yellow trinkets to ward around, and just use your pink ward. Unless you really want to ward like a spot that's like usually like people don't go to, but it's nice to have vision of it. Then you should place the pink and use your yellow trinket for Shunpo jumping. Nothing's really going on much here. You know Kha'Zix is bottom. Looks like you just want to kind of zone him out, but it's good to just shove the wave against Vel'koz at this point, because he'll just push against you, and it's just gonna be no point just staying in lane. Except for just clearing the minions really fast. You're not trying to like kill him or anything. I'm wondering if you saw him there. Okay, so you're looking at top. Yeah, I think you should have known that. Definitely should have known that, because Vel'koz saw you roam in top, that you should also assume that he wants to follow you. Like, you went through lane, like right here, so it was pretty obvious. Yeah, you should expect Vel'koz to like walk up as well, and then just try to see if you can catch up. Like if I were you, I would have placed a ward right here just to check, and it doesn't hurt to check. I haven't seen you ward all game, honestly. He has Merc Treads though, so he's gonna be a little bit harder to kill, but not that much harder. I don't know why he built Merc Treads. The moment he gets hit by any CC, he's dead anyway. And the only CC he really has is like Ashe. I don't know why he built the fucking... Pen is so good on Vel'koz. As long as you position well, like, Pen's gonna do so much for you. But yeah, this Vel'koz is kind of built strange. So it seems like you roam bot, or you want to roam bot, but they're not showing themselves, so you don't really commit. But there's a chance that Vel'koz might also come down as well. So just sitting in a bush, that's never a bad thing to do. There's a pink ward there. I don't agree with you popping the biscuit there, because Dark Seal heals a lot, plus the biscuit. Just keep that in mind. Oh god, so you should start roaming bottom. Are they dead? Okay. And then Bar should be dead too, because you didn't ulti. job. Let me see. Let me just see the vision you had there. Okay. So you know Kha'Zix walk this way. So then you flash. I think you had a ward. I think you should just try to save your flash in cases like those. Hold on, let me see exactly where Kha'Zix was seen. Okay, so you saw Kha'Zix. Okay, flashing here wasn't a bad idea actually, just because like you probably want to gap close with Shunpo. But the fact that Kha'Zix decided to stay, that was his fault. So yeah, Shunpoing and then gap closing with no, flashing and Shunpoing to gap close is actually a lot better. So yeah, but just keep in mind that you can also, if you expect him to be around like close, you could also just Shunpo. If you're not too sure, I would suggest you Shunpo instead because saving flash is just good, and you have Shunpo up in like 8 seconds anyway. Alright, let's see what you have. 1300. I'm assuming you're buying Magi's because you were hovering over that before.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
But another option you could have gone was Abyssal as well if you really wanted to. I don't think you need it though. They're a pretty squishy team with not that much CC. And Vel'koz isn't really building MR. But it's just good to have that extra like magic resist. Just because you know that you're gonna take damage regardless with your Katarina. Like you go in, and there's without a doubt you're gonna take damage. So if you're super squishy, you're gonna see it. You're definitely gonna see the difference. Okay, looks like you're gonna gank top. Is there any wards? There's a pink ward over there. So here you should just be shoving mid. There's really nothing going on, so you should just just hit the tower and just shoot Bo to get out. Get the extra tower hits. By here, at this point, after Ashe pushes, you should be telling Ashe to go mid. Ashe and Janna. They need to help you push this mid tower. And you see Rek'Sai ganking top. See if you could do anything. Right now, I wouldn't really move around either. Maybe get that yellow trinket if anything. Oh, should he live? Nice. Got him. He's so squishy. He has Merc Treads and an Aether Wisp. Like he's so fucked. Alright, good. It's good that you're moving top right now. Okay, get the kill. Okay, that's free kill for you. Nice. Okay, Echo has no ulti. I like the combo, eat WQ, because you knew he was low enough to kill. Yeah, if I were you, I wouldn't have killed the pink either. It's too much time wasted. So you see Vel'koz bot, now you should just shove mid. Just push mid tower straight up. Should not be roaming. Yeah, just push tower, just push tower. Now you know Vel'koz is coming. But you have red buff. Red buff does a lot of damage to tower as well. So this is guaranteed. Just Shunpo out if you need to. You could have definitely taken that tower. Without a doubt. If you didn't do those auto cancels and whatnot, but I mean, you guys are so ahead anyway, it really doesn't matter. Ashe rank. The Ashe Hour would have been better if it was just straight up like down the middle. But yeah, you're super strong now, you can just one-shot Vel'koz. This game looks pretty over at this point. Yeah, this game is almost over. This is a 20-minute game you sent me. Okay, let's see what you can do here. It seems like they're just gonna surrender, you're just gonna run over them. So you're walking top. I just want to see if there's any resets I could analyze on any kills. Okay. They don't know shit. Insta kill Kha'Zix because you're strong enough. Can't really keep pursuing. Okay, at this point, you should probably help bottom push. Clear out these waves, these next waves, and just move bottom. And just try to apply pressure. Unless you have money. Yeah, you should buy. Yeah, you have 3.8k. So I'm wondering what you're gonna buy here. Probably gonna buy Death Cap. Death Cap is 3.8. Yep. Okay. Bot lane's full health. I hope they're looking to push. Dragon Baron's up in 50. But you should definitely be helping another lane push. Like, just staying mid lane is not really gonna do you much. Except if you want to get some kills like that. But you should probably help your other lanes push. If you don't have your full combo right now. You're way too ahead in this game. There's really not much to analyze, to be honest. But I guess, like, just knowing how to maneuver around the map. Honestly, it's easy to get a little, like, careless when, you know, you're that ahead, but yeah, Vel'koz. Wow, that Merc Trust did work there. Nice. EWQ ulti. Okay then. Alright, well that game was a complete stomp. So it was a little hard to see like what exactly there was to analyze. But one thing I do have to say is like, you gotta ward more. You definitely have to ward more because vision's very important. And yeah, you were probably shitting on this Vel'koz, and like he didn't have any opportunity to roam, and you had complete control over the lane. But you gotta roam to see where Kha'Zix is, because Kha'Zix was making a lot of roams bottom, and there's a chance that he might have moved like over here, like around this area, and this is where you could ward. You know, there's a chance that he could move around the tri-bush area and go down river and gank from there. So you really gotta help ward just for the sake of your team, not just for your own lane, because you know Vel'koz wasn't really gonna do much anyway. Another thing is, yeah, maybe you got a little careless like mid game because you know you weren't moving up and down with your team. You were kind of just sitting mid lane all the time and just like killing Vel'koz. But it's more, puts a lot more pressure when you roam with your team, force Vel'koz to come, and then just kill their whole team there instead of just solo killing Vel'koz. Because like Vel'koz is a free reset for you, so if Vel'koz is there with this team, you can kill Vel'koz and you can kill their whole team at the same time. So you want them grouped. You don't want to just isolate Vel'koz. If you're gonna isolate Vel'koz like that, you better be pushing down the mid lane, because that's where you're applying the pressure. If you want to like kill their whole team, you should be grouping like where like your bot lane is or whatever. You could have probably just pushed bottom with them, forced enemy team to come over because your farm really doesn't matter at that point, and then just try to make them group for you, and then just kill them all there. I guess that's just a little tip for you to stomp even harder. But yeah, top lane, nothing really happened top lane. Laning phase there was really not much to the laning phase. I think you did pretty fine in the laning phase, except for the times that you got poked. But like those are obvious mistakes that you know that you could definitely just like how do I say, work on. And it's probably a lot of it probably wasn't like super intentional either. Like that time where you just sat there and then you just got knocked up. So yeah. Yeah, so that was the replay analysis of Eggroll Katarina, Master Tier player, 1302. Yeah, GG's. Jeez.